Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. All right, we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. And let's first off start off by looking at the left panel. Let's move on to the right panel. And this is the blue Model Y. Let's look at the front bumper. Let's take a look at the rims. Let's take a look at the VIN. Now let's take a look at the driver's side door. I know it's dark, but don't worry. I can see every single defect. So that door is not flush. The rear door is not flush. Over here, we got that gap over there. Now let's take a look at the trunk gap. And that's too big of a gap. Let's look at the rear to see if it's flush, and it's not flush. Let's look at the back. The rear seems to be looking fine. Let's look at the right side panel. And let's look at the right side rear door. And it's not flush. So unfortunately, I can't give this one a pass. It's a fail. Let's move on to another Model Y. All right, we got this white Model Y. Let's take a look at the front here on the left side. Let's take a look at the hood to make sure everything's lined up. And let's take a look at the right side. And everything seems to be fine. This is the performance. You can tell by the Uber turbine rims. So the performance has the new projector headlights. Now let's move on to the driver's side door. And this is the white with the white interior. Beautiful combination. Let's see if the door is flush. And it's not flush. Let's see if this door is flush, the rear door is flush. And it's not flush. Let's look at this panel over here. Gap. It's not that bad. I prefer if the gap was a little bit tighter. The trunk gap seems to be fine. And one thing you want to also check is if your spoiler has been attached on properly. If it's not, make sure to check it. And if it is, make sure to let your sales rep know. Take a look at the right side. Let's see if it's flush. And it is flush. All right, so let's check if the door is flush, and it's not flush. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be giving this one a pass. It has that big gap over on the left side, and that's just too much for me. So let's move on to another Model Y. All right, we got this all black Model Y. Let's start off from the left side. Let's move on to the right side. Let's take a look at the hood, and everything looks good. Let's take a look at the wheels. Let's take a look at this VIN over here. Let's take a look at the driver's side door. Let's do the door test to see if it's flush, and it's flush. Let's do the rear door to see if it's flush, and it's flush. Looking over here, this gap is nice. The trunk gap is fine. Let's take a look at the rear. Now let's move on to the right side. The right side's a lot better. Let's see if it's flush, and it's flush. And it's flush. So this last Model Y here, I'm gonna give it a pass. And that's because there's no major defect with this Model Y. So if you're interested in buying a Tesla Model Y, now's the best time to do it, because guess what? They're selling faster than they can produce them. And if you want to order a Tesla. They've made the process very simple, where you can just go into the app and simply order yourself a Tesla within 10 minutes. So that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.